The rain had been falling all night, but by dawn it turned into a steady drizzle that seemed almost deliberate, as if the sky itself wished to wash away something unspoken. On the narrow road leading out of a forgotten town, a lone figure walked with a suitcase in hand and a purpose buried too deep for anyone to read.
His name was Elias Ward, and tonight you will learn a truth that should have stayed buried forever. But before we step into his story, subscribe now and press the bell icon, because what you're about to hear is unlike anything you've ever encountered. Elias had once been a respected schoolteacher, known for his quiet demeanor and sharp eyes that seemed to see more than most.
After the disappearance of his wife Clara, he left his hometown, never giving explanations. People whispered about him, some pitied him, others feared him. But Elias had carried a secret, one heavy enough to drag his soul into darkness. And it was this secret that now guided him back to Hollow Creek, the place where it had all begun. The first mystery unfolded the moment Elias reached the abandoned house at the edge of town, the same house he and Clara had once called home. Dust clung to the windows, and ivy strangled the walls, yet something about it felt disturbingly alive. As he stepped inside, the air changed. The faint scent of lavender, the perfume Clara used to wear, lingered as though she had just walked past. But Clara had been gone for over 7 years, swallowed by the night without a trace. Elias froze. Was it memory or was someone truly inside? He pressed on, and soon he noticed scratches along the wooden floor, long grooves that hadn't been there before. They seemed to lead toward the basement door, the one place Elias had avoided since the night of Clara's disappearance. His heart pounded as he reached for the knob. Just then, he heard the sound of footsteps upstairs. Measured, deliberate, impossibly human. But Elias was alone. Or so he believed. The second hook came when he dared to climb the staircase, following the sound. Each step creaked under his weight, and with every creak, the footsteps ahead grew louder, leading him to the master bedroom. The door was ajar. Elias pushed it open, and his breath caught. On the dresser lay Clara's journal, open to a page written in fresh ink. The words chilled him. He's come back. He doesn't know the truth yet. Elias staggered back, clutching the edge of the dresser. Who had written it? Clara? Someone pretending to be her? Or had she never truly been gone? A third mystery gripped him when he noticed the mirror across the room. His reflection did not move as he did. It lingered, staring with eyes not his own. For a moment, the reflection smiled, though Elias had not. He stumbled away, the journal slipping from his hand, the sound echoing like a gunshot through the room. He whispered Clara's name, and from somewhere deep inside the walls, a woman's voice answered, Elias. The fourth and deepest hook revealed itself when he returned to the basement. The scratches on the floor weren't random. They formed a message carved into the wood. Do not trust the man you've become. Elias knelt, his fingers trembling as they traced the letters. The words forced him to confront the truth he had buried. The night Clara vanished was the night Elias lost control, the night his memory fractured. He remembered shadows, voices urging him, the basement door closing, Clara's scream. But had he silenced it all by force, or had something else been there with them? The climax erupted when Elias heard the basement door slam shut behind him. The light bulb above flickered, then died, plunging him into darkness. A shape moved in the corner, indistinct yet undeniably human. You came back, the voice whispered, softer now, as though it were breathing against his ear. His pulse thundered. He demanded, Clara, is it you? A hand touched his shoulder, cold, fragile. Then the voice answered, No, Elias, it's what's left of you. In that instant, the final twist tore everything apart. Clara had never vanished. Elias had. That night 7 years ago, his mind had fractured into two, the man who mourned and the shadow that consumed. Clara had escaped him, and in his grief, he invented her disappearance to mask the truth. The journal, the voice, the reflection. They were pieces of himself he could no longer contain. The house wasn't haunted by Clara. It was haunted by Elias Ward, by the part of him that had never left. He hadn't returned to Hollow Creek to find her. He had returned to face the ghost of himself. As the rain outside grew heavier, Elias sank to his knees. The shadow loomed above him, mirroring every tremble, every breath. For the first time, Elias understood. He wasn't the survivor. He was the mystery. The tragedy of Hollow Creek wasn't Clara's disappearance. It was his existence. The story ends here, but the echo of Elias Ward lingers in that abandoned house, waiting for the next soul brave or foolish enough to enter. And if this tale kept you holding your breath, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon, because there are many more stories waiting in the dark, stories that will challenge everything you think you know. And as the screen fades, remember, sometimes the greatest fear is not what waits in the dark, but the part of ourselves we can never escape.